Here we go, Steeler Nation. My name is Jack Sperry, and this is Steelers Talk. Thanks for joining us here today. We got some great rumors and news slated for you here for the Steelers. Mitchell Trubisky, is he returning in 2023? Art Rooney certainly thinks so. Mike Tomlin, is he going to be on the hot seat? Because Rooney's not going to give him an extension, it seems like. And then analytics, ESPN analytics also say that Diontae Johnson is a top 5 receiver. I'm going to tell you whether I agree or disagree with that. And then also, Pittsburgh met with a QB at the Shrine Bowl here this week. I'll let you know who that quarterback is in just a second. And then stick around to the end of the video where we're going to have a special, really big announcement for the channel. So make sure that you stick around for that. But before we get into today's action, all right, so we got a special promotion right here. We got a like driver, all right, guys? So we got Ravens Rundown, Browns Report. In their channel's history, the most likes that they've ever gotten in one video, 750 for the Ravens, 731 for the Browns. Let's beat these guys, all right? Let's beat these guys on this video to assert our dominance over the AFC North. Show them that Steelers Nation runs this division. We are the best fan base by far. You guys always do a great job in this, so get in there right now. Rack up those likes. Put them up as high as you possibly can so we can put these two channels to shame. All right, now let's talk about Mike Tomlin a little bit here, who is a bit on the hot seat right now. And Art Rooney II said in an interview last week that he's not going to disclose if they're going to give him an extension, which likely means he's not going to get one at least this season. So let's take a look at the last 6 seasons of Tomlin's tenure with the Steelers. Went 13-3 in 2017, really good season there, but a one-and-done exit in the divisional round after having a first-round bye. Then you had 2018, 9-6-1, missed the playoffs both in 2018 and 2019. Then you get back into the playoffs in 2020, 12-4, have that big win streak to start the season. Then you lose to the Browns in the playoffs. Then you get to 9-7 in 2021, make the playoffs again, another one-and-done exit. 2022 this year with Kenny Pickett, that late season surge, ended up at 9-8. So no losing seasons there, but at the end of the day, you do have 2 AFC North titles and no playoff wins in 3 appearances. So that, over the last 6 years, this is really where most of the people that want Tomlin fired point to and say he hasn't been doing much for the team lately. No playoff wins. But in my opinion, Mike Tomlin is still somebody that can bring the Steelers to glory in the future. I think that he's one of the best motivators in the National Football League. I think he's a very competent and creative defensive mind. He always finds new ways to get the most out of his players. I think Tomlin is a good head coach. I think when you take everything into account, he gets the most out of his players. He had to deal with an aging Big Ben Roethlisberger over these last couple of years, right? By the end of the season, towards the last couple of years of Ben's career, he could barely throw it 15 yards, right? Like he was somebody that was just completely deteriorating by the end of the season. And then, of course, he had Kenny Pickett, a rookie quarterback this year, and TJ Watt was injured for 7 weeks this year. So I think that Tomlin is still somebody that with the right quarterback, hopefully Kenny Pickett's the right kind of guy, and with the right kind of roster, he can still be a Super Bowl level coach. And I think that he can still win Super Bowls as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So let me know in the comments section right now, how many more years will Mike Tomlin be the Steelers head coach? I think that he could still be the coach for a very long time. I'm not going to put a number on it, but let me know in the comment section what your number is. This is the pinned comment on today's video. So whenever you get an ad break here on the show, go ahead and go to the comment section, find that pinned comment, and put it right. It's going to be right there at the top. Answer today's question. So the second story today, Mitchell Trubisky. Is he going to be returning in 2023? Well, in an interview, the Steelers owner, Art Rooney II, he had this to say, and he certainly thinks that Mitch is going to be back. He says, I expect Mitch will be on the roster next year and be an effective backup if we need him. I think he showed that he can be that. We can win with him. So you take a look at Mitchell Trubisky. He actually graded pretty darn well when he played. He had a 76.6 rating or grade with Pro Football Focus, which was 16th best in the National Football League. And he's proven that he can be an effective backup to Kenny Pickett. Now, the kicker here is that he's going to be he's got quite a bit of a cap hit, right? Over $10.5 million. And if the Steelers cut him, they can add $8 million in cap savings and spend that on other free agents, maybe another backup quarterback, a cheaper one. But it's starting to look like that Trubisky's going to be back with the Steelers in 2023, I should say. But personally, I would cut Trubisky. I think that you can find cheaper options on the free agent market that are just as good, if not better, and you can spend that money on other things. And the Steelers are already strapped for cash in 2023 as it is. And, at the end of the day, guys, I just think that Trubisky doesn't really want to be a Steeler. I think that he's had some comments that indicate that he wants to be cut. So I guess we'll see what happens on this front. But it's starting to look like the Steelers are going to bring back Mitchell Trubisky in 2023. So let me know in the comments section right now. Should the Steelers cut or keep Mitchell Trubisky for next season? Type C if you think cut, or type K if you think keep. Next story on today's show, ESPN Analytics, Advanced Analytics, they ran all the numbers, all the sabermetrics, all this stuff, and when it all came down to the numbers, Diontae Johnson came out in the top 5 in all wide receivers in the National Football League, which puts him in some pretty elite company. And, the question is he really that, or is he something a little bit lesser? A lot of Steelers fans want Diontae Johnson to be traded this offseason. And, my thoughts on him is that he's a good player. I think that he's actually a really good receiver. He's a really, really good route runner. That's his superpower, as I like to call it. He's one of the best route runners. He can run every route in the book. He can stop and start on a dime. He's a really, really good player, in my opinion, in that regard. But I don't think that he's a true wide receiver one, because he's a bit smaller there at 5'10", at 183 pounds. His hands aren't great. He's not going to be someone that grabs contested catches all the time, right? If someone contests a catch, he's probably not making it. But at the end of the day, he does get open a lot, which is so I think that he's a really good receiver, but he's not a wide receiver one, in my opinion. He's not the type of guy that you're going to pay $30 million per year to, right? Right now he's making around 16. This is going to be his cap hit for next season. But right now, it's like, is he really a wide receiver one? Is he a top 5 receiver in the National Football League? I don't think that that's true. I think that these analytics kind of skew it more towards the best route runners in the National Football League. And, if you're talking about route running, I could definitely buy that Diontae Johnson's one of the top 5 route runners in the National Football League. But overall receivers, I don't buy that for a second. I think he has a really important role to play in the Steelers offense, that get open guy on third down. But top 5, get out of here, man. All right, guys, so go in the comment section right now and let me know who is better. Who is the better Steelers wide receiver? Do you think Diontae Johnson is better, or do you think the rookie from last year, George Pickens, has already surpassed him as the wide receiver one on the Pittsburgh Steelers? Let me know in the comment section right now. For me, I'm going to go Diontae Johnson for now, but I think George Pickens down the line is going to be one of the best wide receivers in the National Football League. That's who I'm putting my money on. And if you want to put some money on something this weekend, maybe the Super Bowl coming up, go to our sponsor today at BetUS at chatsports.com/bet. BetUS is the official sportsbook partner here at Chat Sports, and they're offering you guys a fantastic deal, a 125% deposit bonus when you use promo code Steelers125, again at chatsports.com/bet. So what this means, guys, you put a deposit of $100 to $600 down. They're going to give you 125% of that money back to you to use on your bet. So if you put in $100, they're going to give you $125 absolutely for free to use on your bets. Again, you got to use promo code Steelers125 at chatsports.com/bet. I know I'm going to take advantage of this deal. I hope you do too. So are the Steelers looking for a backup QB in the form of a rookie on day 3 of the NFL draft? They talked to Dorian Thompson-Robinson, kind of a bigger name, quarterback from the University of California in Los Angeles. And DTR, he confirmed that the Steelers talked to him this week before the Shrine Bowl. And, I think that this would be a pretty decent fit for the Steelers. He's somebody that has a very promising physical skill set. He's very mobile. He can move outside of the pocket, improvise outside of the pocket. And his accuracy in decision-making, which was really the big bugaboo for him coming into the year, has improved drastically from last season. So he had a 74.8 PFF grade, which was good for 129th in the country. And if the Steelers could grab him in the 7th round, if he falls to the 7th round, I think this would be a great pick for the Steelers, and it's absolutely on the table. Guys like Stetson Bennett, guys like Max Duggan, guys like Dorian Thompson-Robinson. These are guys that the Steelers should absolutely be doing their research on right now, so they can get that backup quarterback position locked down. We hopefully we have the quarterback of the future for the Steelers right now in Kenny Pickett. Now it's time to lock down that backup quarterback spot because as we've seen with some teams in the past, right, the Eagles, right, with Nick Foles, sometimes if you have a really good backup quarterback and your starting quarterback gets hurt, you can still win the Super Bowl. So this would be a really good move in my opinion. But let me know in the comments section, should the Steelers draft a quarterback in the 7th round of the 2023 NFL Draft? Type Y if you think they should, or type N if you don't. All right, guys, so we got a big announcement here on the channel. We will be doing our first ever Steelers live show here on Steelers Talk this Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Central Time here in Dallas. I am so excited to share this journey with you guys. We've been growing like crazy. We're over 20,000 subs right now, and Steeler Nation has been really, really good to me. I want to be good to you here over this offseason. We're going to be doing a weekly mock draft from here on out, or weekly live show, I should say, from here on out. I'm really excited to get this going, guys. So if you want to get those live shows every single week and you want to get notified when we put out those live shows, go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now for weekly live shows. We got a bunch of other stuff too, draft rumors, free agency rumors and analysis. Every time the Steelers have breaking news, we're going to have you covered here. Here at Steelers Talk, we are the comprehensive Steelers news and rumors channel here on YouTube. So turn on notifications if you want to get notified whenever we go live. Again, we're gonna be going live this Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Can't wait to share it with y'all. And until next time, guys, peace.